This is my Vauxhall Vectra that I paid £900 for. Question is, should you buy a retro-ish Vauxhall for less than £1,000? Welcome to Vauxhall Vault. Alright then, so Vectra B, very cheap Vectra, well I think it was cheap anyway, £900 paid for this car just over a month ago. So this is the car in question, so this is the one I put up a short of a little while ago. So Vauxhall Vectra B SXI 1.8 from 2001. And obviously this one being a 2001, obviously this is post facelift, so you get the nicer rear lights, the nicer front lights, things like that. But yeah, the body and the shape is still the same. Fitted with the Z18XE engine, so that gives you 123-ish horsepower. Obviously, yeah, way back when, so obviously don't know how much has escaped over the years. But yeah, to be fair, it does the job, to be honest with you, and it isn't actually that much of a slouch, to be fair. It said it's quite pokey for what it is. So yeah, quite a nice engine, this one, and it runs nice and smoothly as well. So I've owned the car for a month, and like I said, in that month obviously I've discovered a few things, like a few niggly bits and stuff like that. So like I said, but you've got to bear in mind this was a £900 car. So first thing, someone's put this sticker on here, and obviously behind that you can see the paint on the door is not the best. So yeah, probably don't know what I'm going to do with that one. The wheels look to be in good condition. Some of them are starting to corrode though, so we've got a bit here and then obviously some on the others as well. So yeah, that they will need attention at some point. Rust wise, there isn't actually any rust in the body. There's a few little bits like on the bottoms of the doors and things like that, like inside, but nothing really excessive. So that's quite rare for one of these. Typical greenish tinge on the older headlights. Again, they need to be polished. Round this side, again, little few marks on the wheels and things like that, but nothing drastic. It's a pretty straight and relatively rust-free car, which is good. So interior wise, so it's all in pretty decent and tidy condition. We've got a small bit of wear on this bolster here, but apart from that, the only other thing that I've noticed interior wise is we've got a bit of this door handle here which seems to be missing. So obviously I don't know if I'm gonna be able to replace that, or if I'm gonna have to replace the entire door card. But yeah, condition wise, it's actually quite clean and tidy in here, which is not bad at all. I've got a little bit of wear on the steering wheel, but again, £900 car, I'm not really too worried about that. Okay, so on the dashboard we've got 84,298 miles. Okay, now, one thing that is bugging me, this temperature gauge doesn't work. Well, it does, but whenever you're driving normally, all the temperature seems to disappear. It's only sort of when you're in traffic and stuff, it will start rising, so I need to figure out what's going on with that. LCD display is not displaying very well at the moment. Thinks it's a BMW, so we need to find out what's going on with that. And occasionally obviously the ABS light comes on, so again, that's something else that I need to work out what's happening. But yeah, overall, like I say, with a car, or for a car that's got 12 months MOT and only costs £900, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to go out for a drive now. We're in lovely sunny Wales, as you can see. The weather is not best, so yeah, I'm going to go out for a drive and yeah, see how it drives. Okay, so driving the Vectra B, what's it like? Comfort wise, it's actually very nice. The seats are very comfortable. It's quite a nice driving position actually, to be fair, especially if you're short like me. It's actually a really, really nice driving position, so that's good. Yeah, it's pretty much what you would expect, you know, a car of this age to be. You know, we've got some basic equipment. We've got air conditioning, which works, which is really good. Electric door mirrors, electric windows, just in the front. And obviously we've got a CD player as well. So all the usual things you think you'd find of a car of this age are there. And everything works. If I'm being honest, yeah, it's a little bit rattly. There's some odd squeaks here and there. I've got a rattle from the rear caliper. I think on the driver's side we need to investigate that. I don't know what's going on there. I have an ABS light on as well, and we got a big hole in the back box. So yeah, a few little things to do. It's quite tinny in here. You can definitely feel that it was kind of rushed, this car. Yeah, like when you open and close the doors when you get in, again, you can hear the roof rattling and things like that. Tax as well. Tax is quite expensive for one of these. If you pay by direct debit, it's over £400 a year, which is quite a lot considering it's only a 1.8 with 123 horsepower. And another thing as well that I've noticed, if you're on a motorway, it's quite economical, but driving around town and, you know, sort of just doing your commute and stuff, for 1.8, I'd say it is quite a thirsty car, to be honest with you, and that's probably sort of why the tax is up there, and it's quite high. And let's try and look at some positives, shall we? You know, I don't know what I said earlier, it's very comfortable, to be honest. There's loads of space in the back as well. You know, obviously carrying kids around and things like that, you know, you want them to have a decent amount of space and be comfortable as well. So yeah, I think it fits the bill for what I need it for just fine. And apart from the, you know, the issues that I've mentioned, it actually feels like this car has been cared for. The chap that I bought it from eBay, he actually really looked after this car. He'd done the cam belt, he'd done the water pump, he'd done a full service. Yeah, and obviously there's receipts for everything that he's done as well. I'm actually quite pleased with, you know, the value for money that I've got here. Like I said, at the end of the day, picking cars up for less than £1,000 nowadays have some, you know, questionable things wrong with them, and it's quite odd that you would get one with 12 months MOT with a clean ticket as well. I don't actually know obviously how it's got a clean ticket, because we got a hole in the back box and that's been there since pretty much day one. So yeah, but you know, I'm all good and legal for the next 12 months. So am I happy with the car? Yeah, I'm happy with the car because it serves me a purpose. You know, it's a commuter car, you know, going to work. It's not ridiculous on fuel, it's perfectly manageable. From a driving point of view, yeah, it is a little bit boring, to be honest with you. It's definitely not as fun as the GSI, which I drove last year. I'll put a link for that in the description of the video. Driving the GSI and driving this, it's totally different. It's totally different. You know, this is definitely not gonna, you know, win it, you know, go on any track days or anything like that, because, you know, it is quite wobbly. But obviously that's not what I bought it for. Obviously I bought it for the, you know, because it was cheap. Okay, I needed a commuter car and a stopgap for a little while, and yeah, it fits the bill. So yeah, on that front, yeah, I think I got a good deal. Let me know what you think. So what's my plans for this car? Well, there's a few options that I can do, to be honest with you. I'll keep it for the year, obviously run it, put a new MOT on it and sell it, and then get something else in the new year, obviously once we're a bit more settled. Two, obviously if the MOT is, you know, isn't great news at the end of the 12 months, I can always break it for parts and probably earn my money back. Well, there is a third option, also staying along the lines of, if it fails the MOT, could even pull the engine out, because I do have a nice project for this engine to go in, which you guys will see very, very soon. Regardless of the outcome of it, yeah, it's, you know, it's definitely going to be useful to make this. So, what do you guys think? Is this a bargain or is it not? Is it a little bit, have I been ripped off? But guys, thank you for watching my first full-length video on the Vauxhall Vectra channel. If you like what you see and you want to stick around to see what else we've got coming up, remember to subscribe, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and drop a comment below. You know, would you buy something like this as, you know, a stopgap or a long-term daily driver for the price? And do you think I got a good deal? You know, was it a bargain or have I been ripped off? So please let me know in the comments what you guys think. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-da!